You stand in your lab, the soft hum of advanced technology surrounding you. Before you is your indestructible suit, a sleek, adaptive marvel capable of withstanding the unimaginable perils of anything, anywhere and anytime. As you step into the suit, it seals around you, providing a controlled environment with breathable air and comfortable climate regulation, isolating you from whatever awaits on the other side of time. You activate the suit's invisibility cloak, because where you're going is too risky to begin with. You definitely don't want to get caught. Taking a deep breath, you initiate the time travel sequence. The suit vibrates as it locks onto the destination, the Auschwitz concentration camp in late 1944. A surge of energy envelopes you, and the world around you dissolves into a swirl of light and color. A dizzying sensation of movement grips you, and in the blink of an eye, you are no longer in your familiar lab but in a horrible place and time. You turn on your suit's camera and begin recording footage, the thing you came here to do. The first thing that strikes you is the stench. The air is thick with the odor of death and decay, a nauseating mixture of burning flesh, human waste, and the acrid tang of fear. It's a smell that clings to your nostrils, a constant reminder of the atrocities being committed around you. As you walk through the camp, the crunch of gravel beneath your feet is the only sound in the unnatural silence. You see emaciated figures shuffling along, their eyes vacant and lifeless. Their clothes hang loosely on their frames, the remnants of what was once a vibrant and diverse society now reduced to tattered rags. The ground beneath your feet is littered with discarded belongings, a poignant testament to the hasty and brutal nature of the deportations. The prisoners are too terrified to speak, and the guards are too busy with their gruesome tasks to engage in idle chatter. The only other noise is the distant, muffled sound of gunfire and the occasional shrill whistle of a train arriving to deliver more innocent souls to this hellish place. You pass by the rows of wooden barracks, their walls barely standing. Inside, rows of makeshift bunks line the cramped space, each one filled with more wretched souls. The cacophony of coughs and groans echoes through the room, a chilling soundtrack to the squalid conditions within. Their eyes are sunken and hollow, staring blankly at the ground as if they've given up all hope. You can hear the soft, mournful whispers of prayers and the quiet sobs of those too weak to fight back tears. In the distance, you hear the chilling sound of gunfire. Curiosity piqued, you make your way towards the source. As you draw closer, you come across a group of prisoners, their hands bound behind their backs, standing before a freshly dug pit. A line of guards, their faces twisted with sadistic glee, stands nearby. One of them steps forward, a cruel smirk playing on his lips, and addresses the terrified crowd. Your suit's AI translator kicks in, translating German into your native language.
You have been found guilty of conspiring against the Third Reich.
He sneers, his voice dripping with malice.
Your punishment is death.
The prisoners' eyes widen with terror, their bodies trembling as they await their fate. The guard steps back, and without warning, the air is filled with the deafening roar of gunfire. One by one, the prisoners fall, their bodies collapsing into the pit with sickening thuds. The air is thick with the metallic tang of blood, and the screams of the dying fill your ears. As the gunfire subsides, the guards let out a cacophony of laughter, reveling in their cruelty. The twisted grins on their faces are a stark contrast to the horror unfolding before them. You feel a burning anger in your chest, a desire to strike out against the monstrous acts you've witnessed. But your suit, your invisibility, prevents you from intervening. You continue to explore the camp, each new sight more horrifying than the last. The selection process, where prisoners are separated into those who will live and those who will die, is a chilling display of cold, calculated cruelty. The capos, prisoners given power by the Nazis to enforce order, are almost as brutal as the guards themselves, their whips and fists striking out at any who dare to resist. In the distance, the crematorium belches smoke and flames, a constant reminder of the ultimate fate that awaits the prisoners. The heat is oppressive, a suffocating wave that rolls over you as you approach. You can't help but wonder how the workers inside can bear it, but you know that their alternative is far worse. As you walk, you can't help but notice the small acts of defiance and camaraderie that occur between the prisoners. A shared glance, a whispered word, a surreptitious handshake, these small gestures are the only things that keep their humanity alive in this nightmare. You come across a group of prisoners, their bodies thin and frail, as they work to move a pile of rocks. Their faces are set in grim determination, their eyes devoid of emotion. As you watch, one of them stumbles, a rock slipping from his grasp and tumbling to the ground. Instantly, a guard is there, his whip lashing out to strike the offender. The sound of the whip and the resulting cry of pain echo through the stillness, a brutal reminder of the consequences of even the slightest mistake. In the infirmary, you find a room filled with the sick and dying. The stench of disease and decay is almost overpowering, and the moans of the suffering fill the air. A doctor, his eyes devoid of compassion, moves from patient to patient, performing hasty, brutal surgeries without anesthesia. The screams of the patients echo through the room, a chilling testament to the barbarity of their treatment. As you walk through the camp, you can't help but feel a sense of overwhelming despair. The sheer scale of the atrocities committed here is almost incomprehensible, and the knowledge that you can do nothing to stop them is a heavy burden on your conscience. Unable to bear it anymore, you activate the suit's time machine and disappear back to your own time. You got the footage you went there for, even if it was a bit risky. You're just glad to be back home.